Hey everybody, what's poppin'? This is Raina's Logic and I am Raina. For any of you that don't know me, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today's video is going to be a bedroom transformation. This is my bedroom right here and it has a beautiful size to it. You know, there's enough room to really do a lot in here, but there is not a lot going on in here except just some chaos, and I am just so excited to finally give this room some luster, some character, some love, and some color because it really needs it. This room has so much potential and I'm so excited to finally be diving in and redoing this room. I'm going to be doing a bunch of DIYs, a bunch of repurposing some items, and also redoing all the furniture that I basically already have. And so if you guys are interested in any of those things, then this is the video for you, baby. So please subscribe, like, and comment and stick around. Like I said, this is part 1 to the video, so guys, I hope you enjoy it. So the very first thing I did was actually sketch out my room so that way I had a clear idea of what I was going to do for this transformation. And I may add, this sketch is not a very good sketch. But the first thing I wanted to do was make sure I made a headboard, and I have a dresser and a dirty clothes hamper that are in that same position, same spot. But I am going to be redoing those, adding fabric all to the ceiling and actually draping it downwards and creating almost 2 sections in my room. And then adding bottles that are going to be hanging and adding lights all throughout that. And this is the part of my room that you would see right when you walked in the door, and I'm going to be adding a new chair, redoing it, painting it, and getting a tall dresser because I really need more room for all my clothes. And the thing that's going to represent my husband is going to be this giant Boston Red Sox thing I'm going to hand paint. And then I want to add a plant in the corner, a cute little ottoman that I'm going to make, a rug. And this is just kind of the edge of the bed with the curtains so you can kind of see what's going on there. So this room is filled with so many DIYs, so many things I'm redoing, and I am just so excited for the final outcome, you guys. Yes. Alright you guys, so what I'm going to be doing right now is redoing my dresser, and I'm going to be sanding some of it down and painting some of it. So this is my dresser. It is the first dresser I have ever owned. Even when I was younger, it is my first dresser ever, and it is so dusty. Like, yo, Raina, come on, step up your game, baby. But I love this dresser because it is my first dresser and I plan on keeping it forever. However, the bottom one did break, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be putting baskets down there so that way it's still useful as storage. And I'm going to be repainting this. I do like the black, and I'm only going to be sanding some of it and painting some of it, kind of giving it like this rustic vibe. So I'm going to show you guys my Pinterest and kind of the vibe I want to go for when it comes to this dresser. Look at that one, so beautiful. This one is so gorgeous also. Ooh, damn, that one looks real good. So it's kind of like this two-toned little rustic-y, colorful, water dripping kind of thing going on. If you feel me, you kind of catching the vibe I want to go for, baby. If you don't, that's fine. You'll end up seeing what I do. So before I start sanding it and painting it, the first thing I'm gonna do is take off these knobs. And I'm gonna be leaving these little handles just in the drawer so I don't lose them, or the screws. So I'm going to be using this 60 grit sandpaper. That means it is a rougher sandpaper. If you got like 100 grit sandpaper, that would be finer sandpaper, so that way it wouldn't be so rough, if that makes sense. But I'm going to be using this to kind of hand sand some of this black off. Yeah, I really hope this turns out. It's not going to be exactly like those pictures. I'm not exactly duplicating. I just kind of got some inspiration from those Pinterest pictures. So you guys, wish me good luck. Wish me good luck. I'm gonna have this hand sandpaper because this has a lot of like natural grooves that aren't just very straight, and so I don't want to mess those up by using an electric sander, but I'll probably use the electric sander at some point. Now I'm gonna go in with my electric sander, and I'm gonna just go in between hand sanding and electric sanding. So I haven't done much of hand sanding. Obviously that's barely baby, but you know what? We're gonna jump into the electric. This sandpaper I actually used on a previous project, and I low-key feel like I need to change it out. is I'm gonna take this drawer out and the following one. Now that those drawers are out, I can get to the little areas that the drawer is kind of covered just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and sand it. And I'm basically focusing more of the sanding kind of dominantly in this corner and in the lower corner, but I'm gonna still kind of be roughly sanding it all over, but mainly this corner and that corner. You guys, honestly, sanding this all really does hurt your hands. Sanding, I don't know what it is, but it's like the vibration and stuff and you're putting pressure. But yo, it can really like hurt your hands, so just be careful. The weird thing about this dresser while I'm sanding it, I'm noticing, is that this is kind of like a different type of wood than this right here, which is real interesting. So it's almost sanding differently than it was right here. I think you guys might almost be able to tell. Anyways, I'm gonna end up doing this white anyways, so part of me is just kind of like, should I continue sanding? Should I just kind of paint over? I might sand just a little bit more, but nothing real crazy. All right, you guys, so it is the next day, and I did have the electric sander. However, because it goes in circles, it does this to the wood. Where is it? Those tiny little circles, that's from the sander. And because I'm not sanding this completely down, that would have been fine if all the black was gone, because then you wouldn't really see those. But because I'm not taking all the black off of it, I did not want that to happen. So I needed to hand sand it, hence why I got this glove, because I was sanding off my fingertips. But I'm just kind of trying to distress it, and this corner heavily, and that corner heavily. I wanted to make sure all these parts were kind of distressed looking, you know, but I still have more to do, because like, look, that isn't as decent as that, you know. This is taking me so freaking long though. Like I better get some good muscles after this. This is taking a lot of work. The next thing I'm gonna do is paint over that white, and I'm gonna be going back from painting to sanding, kind of to give it like this real like rustic-y, distressed vibe. You feel me? You feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. So this is it so far, and I really like how it's turning out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some black paint and basically do the same thing. And with the paint brush strokes, I'm making sure I go like that direction. So I'm going to go over it with some black and then white again. Take some sandpaper and some spots, you know what I mean? So then the colors can peek through. And yeah, that's it so far, baby. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right, you guys, so it is hours later, but I have already added the black paint on it, just kind of really making it just bam, 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 bam. And I'm loving the way it's coming out. I think it looks so good, so good. So this next part is gonna be a little bit strange, but I'm gonna have a little bit of water right here and just this lid. You can use whatever, an actual, I don't know, plate, a bowl, whatever. I'm just using this tiny lid. I'm gonna add some black paint in that lid. We're gonna go add it. Bam. And I'm actually gonna water that down with some water. I mean, what else would I water it down with? I'm gonna mix it up, make it a watery consistency. And see, I have this straw right here, you guys. I'm gonna try to do my best not to get paint in my mouth, which honestly might still happen. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm gonna suck this up. Try not to suck it all the way up. Okay, look. Oh, I'm getting scared, so I'm not gonna go all the way up. Ooh, I'm gonna use that to kind of just release some black. Just let it drip. And I'm only doing the black drips over the white, which is right here. And I'm basically gonna be doing the black drips all bloop, 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 right there and right here. This is a dangerous game I'm playing. Oh my gosh, cute. Now I'm probably just gonna add some water on it. Just kind of really give it that real drip effect. I want it to actually drip. Come on, baby. Come on. Desperately wanted to use this beautiful blue for a headboard. Unfortunately, it was too short to do the entire headboard in this, so I started brainstorming. How can I still use this and put it on my headboard? With that being said, I kind of started sketching a little bit of ideas, and I'm gonna go with this design. And I know you guys are like, bitch, that just looks like some scribbles. It is some scribbles. Really, really, really rough draft. But basically, I'm gonna be doing a bigger middle piece right there. That's gonna be this beautiful blue, and then those two side pieces are actually gonna end up being black. So that way, I still have this blue, and it's gonna come out just a little bit further, and it's gonna be a little bit taller, and then I'm gonna have the two black side pieces. Woo woo. Please excuse the color on the carpet, but I already measured out the bed, and it ended up being 83 inches. And what I'm gonna be using for that middle part that's gonna have a blue is this cardboard right here, and it's pretty thick and durable, and so I'm actually going to be using this, and I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing the design out. And then I'm going to be using a box cutter to cut that all out. So right here, like I said, I am just outlining the shape that I want, and even though you can't really see it, I'm so sorry, but I took the box cutter, cut out that piece, and then I ended up duct taping all the sides. And then once the sides were duct taped, I put it on this 2-inch foam, and I outlined it. It wasn't wide enough to completely fit, but I was still able to make it work by taking the rest of it and bam, putting it on there. And I'm sorry for my camera going blurry, you guys, but this very next part didn't end up working because I did use cardboard instead of wood, which I end up explaining a little bit later in the video. But if you guys do like the idea of like having cushions that are pushed in, if you know what I mean, they're like pushed in. Some things usually have like buttons and kind of give it like this fancier, more like royal feel. So that's why I was measuring out all these lines and doing these dots and stuff, so everything was measured out evenly, and so those little holes or whatever you would like to call it would be, you know, in the same spot everywhere and look good. However, that didn't end up working like I said, but if you guys are using wood as a backing, you can definitely still do this. And so I'm just using a marker and just really measuring everything out, you know, so I can find just the right points to everything, all the middles. Really?
Right?
Hello. Hi. So yes, like I just stated, I'm just going to rip out just the little parts of the cushion, so that way it's easier to fill once the fabric is over it where those holes actually are, because you're not going to see those dots once the fabric is over it. But I went and hot glued all of that to that cardboard, and now I'm just taking that fabric and figuring out the sizing. The sides, you want to leave a good amount because it has to wrap around, and you still need to be able to glue it to the back. So I'm just cutting that out, and now I'm taking some hot glue and I am just gluing it. And baby, hot glue is a DIYer's best mother effing friend. Hey, you be careful. Mom will watch out you. No. Yep, so I'm just gonna go ahead and glue all those edges down, and I like using the side of my glue gun once I put the fabric over it to kind of run it against it, so I'm not touching the fabric, but it's pushing the fabric against the glue, you know what I mean? So it kind of goes through the fabric and really holds on to it, and then I'm just cutting the excess off that isn't needed. And this is all very simple, but it's time consuming, so you guys, my back did hurt from just bending over doing this the whole time. And the very next thing I did was I felt for those holes, and I used that staple gun, and I tried, but I knew it wasn't gonna work. And you guys, it didn't work because of the cardboard. This isn't gonna work. Oh no, I had a feeling because it was cardboard. I'm losing my mind just a little bit because of, even though I really did know that the cardboard wasn't gonna work for the staples going in, I still wanted to try it. It didn't work. So if I used wood though, the staples into it would have been nice, but I wanted to get that shape. You feel me? So now I don't know what I'm doing with my headboard. I can't do my ceiling yet because I need 8 boards from Home Depot, which I haven't gone shopping for that yet. Can't do my chair yet because I have to see all the colors on my ceiling first, so that way I can determine what color I'm gonna do the chair. I can't redo my dirty laundry hamper thing. It's like this wood hamper. I can't redo that yet because it's raining outside, so I can't go out and sand it and paint it. And I can't finish my big old Red Sox painting thing yet until Ronnie is done and he can sit and finish coloring it. But you know, you can't force a 2-year-old to do things. So Kind of sad, you guys. I'm sitting here like so impatient wanting to get things done, but I feel like just stuck. Like, what am I supposed to do right now? So the thing I continued doing was the two side pieces to the headboard, and the only difference with this is the type of cardboard I used, which this was poster board from the dollar store, and then I added those sticks to add just some extra support, you know, so it wasn't so weak. And then I'm just going in with that duct tape and really just duct taping all over, and even though it looks kind of crazy. And there's a little edge also, a little ledge right there that I'm duct taping right there. You'll see why I have that little ledge. And yeah, I just added that foam, added the fabric, just went in with that glue and just really bam, the front, and then that's the back. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put my headboard up. The headboard is a little bit different than I intended, but I'm still cool with it. So I end up taking this box cutter and finding where I'm gonna add that screw and just put a little hole right through it. And then I found this wood screw right there. It's nice and long, and I just go ahead and I drill through that. It kind of gets the fabric a little bit, so I have to like keep pulling the fabric out. But once I finally got that to attach to the wall, I went and I got some hot glue, glued it down, and I have these cute little gem thingies, and I just put that right over the screw. For the side pieces, you know how I showed you that little ledge? I did that so I had something to kind of just tuck right behind the main part to kind of just give it more of like a unity, you feel me? So I took that box cutter again, I'm just taking that screw, screwing it into the wall like bam bam bam, like a badass, taking that cute gem, look at this sparkle, and some glue, and I just plop it on there, and boom, baby. So cute.
Bow chicka wow wow, baby. Looks pretty cute, baby.
So this is one of the two curtains that my older sister gave me. Look how huge this is. It is so freaking big. Boop, boop, boop. Look how many times I can walk all the way down. And this is only one out of two of them. Again, in comparison to my dog. Here's my dog. Sorry, the lighting's a little bit weird. I love that it's striped, and I love how big it is. I think it's beautiful. The only thing is the color. So I'm actually going to be dyeing this with some natural dyes using some red cabbage. It's called red cabbage, but it looks purple. And I'm gonna go ahead and dye these curtains with that. So I'm putting those curtains in this bucket right here, and they're really massive, you guys. So this is a lot of fabric that I have right here. I wish you guys can feel it. They feel heavy duty too. They're just, they're so pretty though, so pretty. But I do want to dye them purple. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually, see that line right there? I'm gonna fill it up right about there, and then I'm going to be adding this dye into the water, and then I'm gonna just let that bad boy soak overnight. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in. You guys can wear gloves, but honestly, last time I wore gloves, my hands still got stained. So I'm gonna just go for it. So I'm gonna just open that bad boy, and I'm gonna just pour the whole thing in there. And you guys pray for me that this works. Oh, I mean, shit, that looks like it's gonna work. It's so dark and beautiful.
You gotta wash your hands right after this.
That's okay. Yeah, baby? Sugar, sugar, sugar. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and mix this all around. Make sure all the parts of fabric are kind of being touched. All the water is nice and mixed around. All right. And I'm gonna come around every hour or so, mix it up. But I'm gonna just basically leave this in here for at least 24 hours. Look at, you can already see it's dyeing it. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. Oh, time to mix it, mix it, mix it. Can I see what the bottom part looks like? I need to see. So it looks like purple and pink, not just purple. Okay, how funny.
Trying to make sure all the stuff that isn't purple gets submerged to the bottom.
Yeah, like.
Stretch this out, because look, none of it's fucking perfect. You see right there?
Yeah, yep. It all like probably needs to be moved around. That's sprinkling.
Oh my.
I thought honestly these curtains were gonna be a deeper purple because the dye was so deep. Maybe it's just a lot of water per dye section, you feel me? Maybe I just needed another thing of dye, but they only had one purple one. So, it's just gonna have to do for now. Alright, you guys, this is how the curtains ended up turning out. I actually really love them. I thought this part was gonna turn purple as well, but it's a different material. It's like a really smooth, almost like feels like a ribbon. You know what I mean? So that didn't die, this did. And so this ended up turning out different than I wanted. I actually originally wanted these to be burgundy because burgundy is such a beautiful color, but I think this is really pretty and my husband even likes it better than what it was originally. He thinks it looks really good with the purple, and so do I. I actually left those curtains in the dye solution for like 3 days because it was kind of patchy like you guys had seen. So I would just stir it and I just left it. So that's as dark as it got, and then I threw it in the rinse and spin cycle only. I didn't actually wash them because I was nervous about the dye just being rinsed out. You know what I mean? So you guys, I'm super happy, and now I'm gonna go and put that up on my wall, baby.
There's a good way to sit.
Now my wall is all empty. Time to put up my new curtains. Why'd I dance like this? I don't know. They're so freaking long. There's only one of them. So you guys, that curtain is long enough that it can cover my entire wall. That's a massive curtain, and I have 2 of them. And so part of me was like, oh my gosh, maybe I'll just use 1, but no. I'm actually gonna still be using 2 because I need to still be able to get access to my window, and I want to be able to like open them to the side so I can get some light in when I want. You feel me? But I love that these are really thick and basically blackout curtains, so when I'm tired and the sun's out and I want to sleep in my room, no sun. So what I did was I pinned it in the very corner and right there directly in the middle, and those are the 2 corners of this curtain, and that's gonna help me determine where the middle is, so that way it'll be nice and even. I can't believe how huge these are. Oh no! Raina, you're so annoying. I stepped on it, that's how it fell. Whoops. Alright you guys, I hope you guys could kind of see what I was doing and how I got these loops, and I'm still not done. I'm gonna add more, but I kind of wanted to explain it. So what I did was I put 1 pin in the corner there, 1 in the corner there, and because of that, that helped me find where the middle dropped. Grabbed the middle, pinned it, boop, and then the middle between those dropped again, grabbed it, pinned it, boop, same right there, boop, found the middle again, boop, boop. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense? So for instance, like right here, between these 2 pins, it helps me find the middle, which is right here. I'm gonna go ahead, boop, and pin that up until I like where it's at. So it's nice and evenly spaced out, you feel me? Alright you guys, and the next one is gonna go up just like that. It is up and done, you guys. Oh my gosh, I feel like it makes my ceiling look so much higher because it does have stripes, but oh, I am loving it. You can still take these to the side, so that way, you know, I got some sunshine coming through even though it's nighttime, but I love it. So I actually have kind of like these like ribbony type things that I'm gonna be using, so that way whenever I want to have the sun, I can pull them to the side and tie them. But I'm not gonna attach those tonight. I'll attach them, I don't know, probably in a few days. Yeah, you guys, curtains all up and done. I'm so excited for this. Ooh, so happy. All right, you guys, and now for my final thoughts. So for that dresser, I know that it was just kind of like I hopped from the dresser to my headboard, and you guys were kind of like probably thinking, girl, what happened with your dresser? What happened with my dresser was it actually did end up raining, and so the rain actually helped with the water effect, make it look even more real and rustic and, you know, just genuinely rained on because it was genuinely rained on. But I did take it out of the rain. It wasn't in there for too long because obviously I'm not trying to ruin my dresser. And the handles still aren't done. I spray painted one of them blue, which I'll show you in like a few seconds, but I don't like the blue. I think it looks it's just not my thing. It's just meh. So the other colors I'm still not gonna paint yet. Sorry for the noise in the background. That's my cutie patootie son. And I'm loving the curtains. I love the headboard, honestly. I think it still turned out really cute even though it didn't have those little push pin pokey things on the inside. You know how I couldn't do the little push pin pokey thingies on my headboard because I used cardboard instead of wood? I realized after it was already a little too late. Well, it wasn't really too late, but I wasn't gonna do all that extra, you feel me? Was, if I didn't hot glue it to the back already, what I could have done was hot glue the fabric in each hole, you know what I mean? Because I pulled the foam out and created actual little holes, and then I could have just hot glued the fabric in and just worked my way down and then glued it all to the back. But you know, I didn't want to take it off after. I thought of that after, and I still think they turned out real cute. Pete, my man's sleeping. He's cute. So yeah, so I still really love them. They're giving me this like whole indie gypsy vibe, which I'm totally going for in this room. I love the curtains. They completely cover this wall, which I love. I know I used push pins, and you guys are probably like, girl, you use push pins to put up your curtains? What about a curtain rod? Bruh, I didn't have curtain rods, and I have push pins at home, you know what I'm saying? So that's just what I use. If you ever want to duplicate this and want to use curtain rods, use curtain rods, that's fine. But it didn't bother me, you know, so like, my room. So let me show you the dresser. Look at it, so cute. Well, to me it is. I mean, it may not be your vibe, but bitch, I am loving it. Look at drippage, drippage, drippage. Only one handle. See, this is the blue handle, and even though I love this color blue, I just don't think it goes. And yeah, I'm probably gonna paint them all white, and I only have one of them on just because I wanted to see what it looked like, you know what I mean? But see, on this side, it has like more like white paint dripping, and it's just so cute. The only thing I have to do is just add my baskets. So you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I have so much more to show you guys. Like honestly, the biggest part of this room transformation is probably gonna be in the next video. And I know you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, girl, like how many videos is it gonna be to the reveal? Probably like 3, honestly, because I want to show you guys each DIY and repurposing thing kind of more in detail, because I don't want it to just be like, oh, this is what I did real quick. I kind of want to show you guys each step of how I did it. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, so the next video I'm super excited about, because the biggest transformation is happening next. I'm so excited for it. And honestly, just the very ending outcome to this whole room is just, oh, it's so exciting. But you guys, I'm gonna be honest, I ran into so many annoying things throughout this, which is basically like, if it wasn't one thing, it was another. There's always something stopping me from continuously going like I wanted to, you know what I mean? So I had to keep stopping, had to keep buying certain things. I had to start over. The weather was definitely messing me up. It was a crazy, crazy ride. But like I said, thank you so much for watching today's video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and ring that notification bell, baby, so that way you know when I put part 2 up and part 3, which I believe on part 3 is when the reveal will be done. So you guys, thank you so much for sticking around, and seriously, check out the next video next time it comes out, because you guys are not gonna wanna miss it, because there's so much, so much more that is gonna go on in this room. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a blessed day. See you around. Bye. Wrong direction. Let me see, is this like...
Let
yeah,
them know
baby.
what it is.
I did that right before. No, I didn't mean to click on that. My freaking... Oh my gosh, Raina! I kind of had... So I'm I can't sand my... Oh wait, what is it? What is it? My... What? Oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking. What is it called? The strings. Oh, it didn't focus. Lost focus. That fell. Was that too much? Maybe I'm gonna spill a little bit of that out.
You just asked for a card game.
Hey.
Man,
Cold?
it's fucking cold.
I can do this.
No, it's cool. I got it.
You sure?
It's just, yeah, it's just like, it's just been sitting outside all night, so it's just cold.
Yeah. Why you always gotta play my life like that, camera? I hate the way I look right now. And, oh, wait, skirt. Let's get you guys closer.
You know you're recording, right?